Today, I want to talk briefly about making a great start towards any goals that you might have set for yourself. So, I know we all have big goals that we're working towards, and I want to focus on 5 ways that we can really make progress towards our goals. Kind of adapted from an amazing sermon series from Pastor Rick Warren. What I want to do today is we're going to focus on the word start. So what I'll do is I'll break this up into little tiny bits so this video doesn't get to be too long. And I want you to go through this activity with me. I'm going to have you write a few things down. I'm going to have you write a few verses down, and we'll just take it bit by bit. So we're going to really think about the word start. In order to reach any goals that we're setting for ourselves, we have to make the right kind of start. We have to really make the right kind of momentum. What I want you to do is I want you to write start like an acronym. So get out your journal, get out a piece of paper. I just want you to keep this handy over the next few days because we'll just keep coming back to this. So start, S-T-A-R-T. I want you to write it down on your paper, and we're going to start with just the S today. Okay, just one little step at a time. So starting with the S, what I want you to do is I want you to write stop making excuses, because we have to be honest with ourselves and acknowledge the fact that the number one reason we don't obtain goals we set for ourselves is because excuses that we make. Oftentimes, it's easy to think, or we want to believe, that we don't reach goals because of outside circumstances beyond our control. Honestly, the biggest reason we don't obtain goals that we set for ourselves are our own excuses that we make. And we got to really take an honest look at our mental state, or the things we tell ourselves, the things that we believe, the lies we believe, and the excuses that we make that hold us back. Okay, so let's just talk about this for a brief second. An example I gave in a Zoom meeting recently with SoulStrength members was I often let character traits of mine, I use that as an excuse. Well, I am just this way. I'm X, Y, and Z. This is my personality. So what am I going to do? This is just who I am. This is just how I am. And I let that hold me back from taking a step out of my comfort zone, because I'm just trying to tell myself, I'm trying to convince myself, well, this is who I am, so I may as well just stay within this box. So that's just kind of a brief personal example, but you have to really look at what are some of the excuses that you make. Maybe these are excuses to allow you to remain within a comfort zone. Maybe these are excuses you make about time or schedule. Maybe these are excuses you make because something just feels too difficult. What we have to do is we have to really acknowledge the fact that sometimes we make excuses because life feels too out of control. There's too many things out of my control. So what are we going to do about this? We're going to have to control the controllables. Okay, so what are your controllables? Your attitude, your behavior, your response. All of these are always your controllables. What you eat, how you arrange your schedule, how you use your time. These are your controllables. And then some things will remain out of your control. Other people's actions, the weather, the traffic. I mean, there will be things out of your control. What can you do about those things? Well, you can pray about you can pray about it. You can pray about your relationship with the other people that you might be struggling with. You could pray about certain things in your life that are out of your control. Bring these things to God. Bring these things to God in prayer. And maybe ask Him to show you what is within my control and how can I take control here? What is my controllable in this situation? So what I want you to do with your S today is I want you to write down 1 to 3 excuses that you constantly make to hold you back from reaching some of your goals, because I know you have them. We all do. We all make excuses, but you have to really be honest with yourself about what are the excuses for you. What excuses are you giving yourself time and time again to keep you from reaching the goals that you're setting for yourself? So the S, stop making excuses. I want you to be honest. I want you to write down 1 to 3 excuses that you have been making that have prevented you from reaching some of your goals. And then the verse I want to apply to all of this, Ephesians 5:15 to 16, Be very careful then how you live, not as the unwise, but as the wise, making the most of every opportunity. You have countless opportunities every day to grow, to become better, to grow in the fruit of the Spirit, to become more Christ-like. You have countless opportunities, and with wisdom, we want to make the most of each and every one of these opportunities. Okay, so this is it, part 1 of a little 5-part series in START. We're making a great start to reaching our goals. The first part was S, stop making excuses. I want you to be honest with yourself. I want you to write down 1 to 3 excuses. And then I want you to commit to memory Ephesians 5:15-16. Really being careful how you live, making the most of every opportunity. A wise woman in Christ. So thanks for watching. I'll be back tomorrow with the T. Sounds good? Sounds good.